You think HR approves salary exceptions because you deserve it? Not exactly. There's a hidden machinery behind that yes or no. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the 5 critical filters HR applies before any pay bump gets signed off. If you're looking for high retention, you need to understand these 5 hurdles. First up, the internal equity filter. HR's first question isn't how much you're worth to the market, but what happens to the balance of your team. If one person gets an exception, does it create a pay gap that exposes the company to legal or morale risks? They are looking for compression, where new hires or exceptions make seasoned veterans look underpaid. Consistency is the bedrock of corporate compensation. Without it, the system collapses. The second hurdle, legitimate pay drivers. HR needs a defensible reason to say yes. They evaluate if the difference is tied to specific, measurable factors like advanced education or niche skills. If they can't defend the exception during an audit, the answer is almost always going to be no. Filter number 3, external market data. This is where most employees start, but it's where HR finishes. HR cross-references your request against multiple third-party salary surveys, not just a quick Google search. Even if the market is high, they'll only approve if your current internal positioning is demonstrably lagging. The market is a data point, not a mandate. HR's job is to interpret that data within the company's budget. Filter 4 is a crucial distinction. Is this a salary problem or a job level problem? Sometimes you've outgrown your pay grade. HR checks if you should be reclassified rather than just given an exception. If your responsibilities have significantly shifted, they'll look at a promotion instead of a one-off bump. Finally, filter 5, precedent and explanation. Every exception sets a new baseline for the entire organization. If they say yes to you, can they say no to the next 10 people who ask? They fear the precedent risk. Subjective exceptions are dangerous. They require a clear, documented narrative to protect the system. Here is the mistake most people make. They think working hard is a reason for a salary exception. To HR, working hard is the baseline for your current salary. It's not a reason for an exception. The wrong ask is emotional. The right ask is structural. You need to speak HR's language. When you understand the structure, you stop asking for favors and start presenting a business case. Instead of the traditional "I want a raise" approach, which often triggers a defensive no, try this. I want to review how my current scope and market benchmark align with our compensation structure. This framing invites HR to solve a data problem with you rather than just rejecting a personal request. Think of HR as a guardian of the company's internal economy. Your job is to show how you fit into that economy. Timing also matters. Understanding your company's budget cycles, like Q4 planning, is essential. When your data, your performance, and your internal impact align, the exception becomes an easy yes. If a base salary exception isn't possible, HR may look at one-time bonuses or non-monetary perks. So, remember the 5 filters: equity, drivers, market data, job level, and precedent. Your manager is your primary advocate. They must be fully aligned with your business case before HR sees it. Knowledge of these filters is your most powerful tool in any compensation negotiation. HR views compensation as a marathon, not a sprint. They are mapping your pay to your long-term career path. If you found this helpful, comment "exception" below to let us know you're ready for the next level. After the meeting, provide a concise summary of the data points discussed to make their internal review easier. Coming up next, how to actually have the conversation without sounding entitled. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next deep dive into corporate strategy.